In the times of a near void as far as the state nominations are concerned for subclass 190 and 491, this was huge. The Northern Territory, popularly known as the Darwin, had recently opened its direct application portal, whose occupations were listed on their Northern Territory occupation migration list. Now, sadly, many consultants and many applicants did not know about this opportunity because largely applicants have been following migration agents or news portals that have more to do with onshore applicants. Very few migration agents or YouTube channels actually talk about the opportunities available to offshore migrants like CAAN Wings. So this was I would say was, this still is, but why I choose the word was is because a lot of occupations which people were desperately seeking nominations for have been exhausted. The quota has been reached. Hence, those occupations have now been removed from the Northern Territory occupation list. So to begin with, I just like to tell you that for your Australia skilled migration, state nomination is a very, very critical step where a lot of strategizing is required. You need a consultant who's constantly monitoring the state websites and is able to, in a way, foresee and analyze which state is likely to open its doors to offshore migrants. In my previous video, I had very categorically told the audience to watch out for Northern Territory. Now, Northern Territory opened its online application portal, that was direct application portal, on the 24th of November 2025. That was a Monday, which meant that applicants whose occupations were listed on Northern Territory's offshore migration list did not need a pre-invite, or Northern Territory would not be sending out any invitations, and applicants were free to apply for a nomination directly. Obviously, this was on a first come, first served basis. There were some restrictions to this, however. Those applicants who were living interstate, or let's say anywhere in Australia other than Northern Territory, were not eligible, or let's say are not eligible to apply for a nomination. And the Northern Territory also made it very clear that they're not going to prioritize applicants with higher points. So a lot of times applicants think that, if we are sitting at a very high point, we are likely to be picked up first. No, that is wrong. So there was going to be no discrimination between a person sitting at 100 points and a person sitting at 65 points. Again, this goes on to reinforce what I've been saying. Now, as far as the subclass 190 nominations are concerned, the Northern Territory will only be considering applications from those who have been residing in the Northern Territory or could demonstrate a long-term commitment with the state of NT. Offshore applicants are by and large eligible for 491 applications, and these are the applications we exactly applied for. We've been able to successfully lodge about 100 applications for subclass 491. Yes, the list was not very vast, but whatever it was, it did accommodate a lot of our clients. The criteria was very basic, just 65 bands, 6 bands in each section, and 2 years of work experience out of the last 5 years. So let's say you're somebody who has a positive skills assessment, but does have no work experience in the last 5 years, has probably just 1 year of work experience in the last 5 years, you would be somebody who would not be eligible for a Northern Territory nomination. Now, the occupations we lodged the applications for are as follows. I mean, these are just some of the occupations, out of which many would not be seen on the list anymore because the quota has been exhausted and have been removed. But some occupations are still on the list. So if you're somebody who has a positive skills assessment, has at least 2 years of work experience in the last 5 years, has 6 bands in each section, has 65 points overall, go ahead and lodge your application as soon as possible. There will be an application fee of $300, which is non-refundable, which you need to pay to the NT. So the occupations we lodge applications for: the university lecturers, production managers, registered nurses, engineers like mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, and so on. A lot of IT professionals like system administrators, network professionals, etc. School principals, cafe or restaurant managers, hotel or motel managers, health and occupation safety officers, lot of trade professionals like hairdressers, cooks, welders, etc., massage therapists, and so on. This might be an opportunity lost for many, but it comes with a lesson that you must go with a migration agent who has a lot of experience in Australia, skilled migration, and knows how to work through the state nominations and prepare your applications to avail the opportunities become available. So that'll be it for today. More in my next video. For any questions, queries, please feel free to contact us on 7849878498 or send us your query at inquiries@caanwings.com.